Bob here, coming to you from the Virtual Crash Training Center in Gainesville, Florida. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 4 essential features you need to know when using Virtual Crash, whether it's Virtual Crash 3, Virtual Crash 4, Virtual Crash 5, or Virtual Crash for public safety. The first essential feature is the mouse cursor control type. Here we're looking at a fairly complex scene built in Virtual Crash 5. When we launch Virtual Crash or load an existing project, our cursor starts in pan mode. This is a good thing because pan prevents you from directly clicking and moving objects in the scene, which may cause unwanted changes to your simulation or animation project. You'll know you're in pan mode when you see the white hand icon. In pan mode, you can safely take a cruise around your scene, evaluate the environment in motion, and not worry about making any accidental modifications. When in pan, you can select an object in your scene by left-clicking on its name in the Project or Layers menu in the left side control panel. Once selected, you'll be able to make modifications to the object in the Properties menu. If you want to select an object directly in the 3D workspace, then switch your cursor control type to Select, Move, and Manipulate. You can switch to this type either using the drop-down menu in the upper toolbar or by going to Edit and then Tools in the menu bar. Once you switch to Select, Move, and Manipulate, you can translate and rotate the object interactively, and you get access to any available interactive controls, for example, the fast control icons for simulated vehicle objects or control vertices for CAD elements. If you want to interactively translate and rotate your object without accidentally modifying its interactive control grips, then switch your cursor control type to Select and Move. When in Select and Move, or Select, Move, and Manipulate, just hover the cursor near the center of the object's bounding box, left-click, hold, and drag to translate, or hover over the corners, left-click, hold, and drag up or down to rotate. You can even restrict your mouse cursor movements to a preferred direction, such as along the global x-axis, by using this drop-down menu in the upper toolbar. You can also change to restrict mode to work within the object's local reference frame by using the Axis Local option. The second essential feature is the Gallery Browser. To import a vehicle into your Virtual Crash 3D environment, left-click on the Gallery button in the left side control panel. Next, scroll down to Vehicles 3D and left-click on Medium to see the medium to high detail vehicle models. You can left-click on a manufacturer's name to filter out results shown below, or use the keyword filter, or use both. Next, go to the lower window of the Gallery Browser. Left-click on the database icon in the upper right corner, hold and drag your mouse into the 3D workspace. Then release. Version 3 users, you'll need to use the Vehicle Hierarchy Viewer, which doesn't give you a nice preview of the vehicle's geometry. The third essential feature is the Object Selection Type drop-down menu. For vehicles or meshes, this menu gives you access to vertices, polygon faces, and elements. Once you finish modifying your geometry, remember to switch back to Object Selection Type. For animation paths, the Object Selection Type drop-down menu gives you access to the orientation control grips. For point clouds, it gives you access to the Easy Surface Builder tool and Section tool. For images set to scaled image mode, it gives you access to the Scale tool. The fourth essential feature is the right-click to terminate mouse command. Both the 2D shapes, excluding polylines, and the 3D shapes require you to left-click and hold to start creating. The remaining combination of mouse commands will depend on the shape, but once you are completely finished creating the shape, if you left-click again, you'll begin creating another instance of that shape. However, if you right-click, the shape command will be terminated. If you are in Select, Move, and Manipulate, you'll then be able to see the shape's control grips, which will allow you to interactively modify the shape's properties. Or you can go to the Shape's Miscellaneous menu in the left side control panel. For polylines, left-click to drop the first control vertex. Continue left-clicking to drop additional control vertices. Right-click to drop the final control vertex. Right-click again to terminate the command. Again, if you're in Select, Move, and Manipulate, you'll be able to see the control vertices, which could then be modified interactively. And remember, all the object attributes can be modified in the left side control panel. Just make sure the big Edit button is highlighted to see the Properties title bar. The menus listed under Properties will depend on what type of object is selected. You can find more support and training content at our website, vcrashusa.com. Just head over to the user support link at the top. There you'll find links to our users guides, blog posts, knowledge base posts, and our schedule of upcoming in-person training events.